Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of 120 Slayer, and if you remember from last episode, we left off saying I was going to do a Zammy task, which I now regret. And I did end up doing the entire task at Zammy. It kind of sucked. It took like 3 hours. And here's the loot. The nice thing about Zammy, I suppose, is even if you don't get a drop, which I usually don't, because my drop rate at Zammy is ridiculously high for some reason, you can still make a decent amount because you do get like a lot of Infernal Ashes, and he drops that are worth a decent amount, like especially these Wines of Zamorak. You get tons of them off of the minions, and that's like the second most highest value thing out of all of these that I got. So Zammy does have some decent regular drops. They're not as good as like Bandos' regular drops, but they're definitely a lot better than Saradomin or Armadyl's regular drops. Anyway, I was doing some kind of calculations because I do keep track of these things, and so far I have done 880 Zamorak boss kills. That's not kill count, that's actually boss kills only from Kuradel in like the past few months, and I've gotten a total of 3 drops. So my drop rate at Zammy is about like 1 in 285 or something like that, something absolutely ridiculous. And at least if you can trust the drop rate on the RS wiki, it's actually more common for an average player to go to Zammy and expect a hilt than for me to go to Zammy and expect just any drop at all. I don't know why this boss has been so dry for me, because I'm not dry like this at most bosses. It's just for whatever reason Zammy has just been absolutely killer. Usually Armadyl has been, my luckiest God Wars boss, and I can at least get a fairly average drop rate there, although I've had several dry tasks in a row now. But it looks like our next task is going to be Dagannoth, and yeah, I think I might go ahead and do some Dagannoth Kings. So that's another PVM task. 3 PVM tasks in a row. First Zammy, then Armadyl, now Dagannoth. I'll take it, making this money. So I just finished up my Dagannoth task pretty recently. I only did it in sub 2 hours, about an hour and 30 minutes. So that's pretty awesome. Didn't take too long. This task drops were significantly better than last task. I actually got some D hatches this time, and I actually got some water talismans this time. So this is pretty much everything other than like a few random battle staffs. And overall I made 13 mil, which is pretty good, especially because the last task I think I made about 6.5 mil. So yeah. I made about double what I did last task, but it took me 50 less kills, so that's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, these dragon hatchets are less than 2 mil each. They were 3.5 mil each not long ago, and then Jagex released the update where you don't need a second person to go to DKs. You can just go there by yourself, and ever since then, the bottom fell out of the market on hatchets, and they've gotten extremely cheap because all the people without friends can now go to DKs, so it's pretty depressing. Actually, that's kind of the opposite of depressing, but yeah, that made D hatchets crash a lot. I'm really hoping when Elf City and Crystal hatchets come out, D hatchets will raise quite a bit, because Dagannoth Kings are not great money right now unless you manage to get lucky like I did a little bit. Another Greater Demons task. I don't know, should I do it? I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do more Kirill, even though I'm like 2 Greater Demons tasks dry of a drop. But maybe we could change that with this Greater Demons task. So, another PVM task? What is going on right now? Like, everything's a PVM task at the moment. Hey guys, I just finished off an Armadyl task, and I actually managed to pick myself up a drop this Armadyl task, which is really nice, and it's a good one. Armadyl chestplate is the drop I managed to get. Not a hilt, sadly. Would have been cool if I had gotten a hilt, but I did get an ACP. Unfortunately, the regular drops, other than the hilt, it's Armadyl. They're nothing too great, about 670k. And then the chestplate itself is 8.6 mil. I think I said hilt, I meant chestplate. Anyway, made a little over 9 mil in that task in about an hour, so that's pretty good. Let's go back to Kuradel and hopefully get ourselves another PVM task or something fun. Let's get another task from Kuradel. I'm kind of hoping to maybe get a Nihil's task, because I did buy that as a reward from Kuradel, because I actually found out they're somewhat decent. Here we go. Yeah, I persuaded Kuradel to assign Nihil. I thought they were really crap Slayer XP, but apparently they've been updated in some ways, so there's like a lot more Nihil spawns, so you don't have to leave the room when the Blood Nihil spawns. I know that happened a couple months ago, and I'm way behind the track, but I just recently learned that. Anyway, our next task is not going to be Nihils, but it will be Steel Dragons, which I will take gladly. Hey guys, I'm done with my Steel Dragons task, and I need to tell you that I've been looking for GP in all the wrong places. Don't have any nice gear, just Drygor maces. Actually, I have Drygor rapiers. Iron Dragons, really? I just did Steels. Whatever, I'll do them. Fine, if it must be this way. But unfortunately, Iron Dragons, when you get a lot of them, it's annoying because you have to bank if you want to yak all the Dragon Bones, because your yak can't keep up with you, and I don't have any note paper, and I don't want to buy it because it's expensive. So you have to take a bank trip in the middle, but oh well, I'll get over it. Iron Dragon's task is all done. I picked myself up some nice little dragon plate legs there. Also, increased my charms, but I didn't bank my charms after the Steel Dragon's task, so I didn't get that many charms during the task, but I mean, mostly greens. 57 crimsons is pretty decent, I guess. Unfortunately, dragons, like, they drop multiple charms per kill, which is awesome, but they mostly drop green charms, which is not awesome. Anyway, our next task is going to be, hopefully, nihils or, I don't know, like automatons, something cool like that would be nice. Vira Watch, definitely not nice. I'll be skipping that one, as I usually do, and after this, I'll probably take a break from Slayer, even though I really need to make another Slayer episode. Steel Dragons, I'm doing all these metal dragon tasks, but sure. Whatever, I'm going to take a break to cap the Citadel, and after I'm done, I'll probably go back to Slayer. All done with the Steel Dragons, and there's about to be a system update, which means I need to log off, which means XP waste, so that's kind of annoying. I hate system updates in the middle of the day. Normally they do them like really early morning, so I don't have to worry about them, or really late at night when I'm about to get off anyway. But when they do them right smack in the middle of the day, when I'm about ready to start making my video, it's extremely annoying. Anyway, I guess there are worse things in life that could be happening, but let's get another task from Kurdel. Hopefully get, I don't know, Erits, Abbey Demons, something like that. Mithril Dragons, fair enough. What's with all the Metal Dragons tasks recently? That's 4 in a row. I had Steels, Irons, Steels, now Mithrils. What's next, like Adamant Dragons? I wouldn't put it past her. Just finished that Mithril Dragon task, and it kind of sucked just because Mithril Dragons are, well, it's a really short task. And it's not the best XP, it's definitely worth doing, but it's just such a short task, it's not really the greatest. And yeah, I got a Gargoyles task by accident before I started the recording, which I was going to cancel because Gargoyles are boring. I sometimes do them when I'm in the mood, because they are very, very good XP. This is our task. Interesting, I'm planning on updating my Fight Caves guide, so we're actually going to take this for once, because Fight Caves is more difficult than it was in the past, and the guide needs updated, so let's do a fire cave. Oh yeah. Alright, sup dudes, I just finished the Fight Cave. It was pretty easy. I didn't use any food except for one brew, which I ended up not even needing, but I brewed up on Jad just to be safe. Oh, and I used a Rocktail too, which I also ended up not needing. There's my Tuckozo ring. I'm going to go to the main plaza and claim some Tuckle, because I need to do that more often. Alright, I got 24k Tuckle from the 8k free from the banker, and also from Jad himself. So if I deposit that, I should be at, what, 169k. Of course it's 69. But anyway, just gives me a little bit more breathing room if I end up dying and losing the ring. I don't have to kill monsters to charge it, and I will die and lose it several times eventually. You know, hopefully not anytime soon, but eventually will happen, so it's really nice to have that Tuckle. Anyway, I'm hoping to make a guide. It should be out by the time you see this video about the 5 caves. The mages really aren't that difficult. They were hitting 3k through prayer, like Day of Legacy release or something, but Jags fixed that a couple days later. Now I think they max it like, well, I think the highest I ever get hit was 700 through prayer, but I have a lot of damage reduction through the obsidian armor. So they probably hit around like 1.3k or so through prayer max. The secret to deal with them really isn't that hard. It's just to get obsidian armor, and if you really don't want to get obsidian armor, well, I did it with really no food needed, so you don't need obsidian armor. But you just use like the debilitate and devotion abilities and pray mage, and there you go. You know, they do a lot less damage. Our next task is going to be black dragons, so I will definitely be doing some QBD while killing those black dragons. So 48 QBDs should take like a little under 2 hours, since last time I did a QBD task, I was getting about 27 to 28 QBD kills an hour. So overall, it's very, very good money. And yeah, I'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay guys, so I finished that QBD task I was talking about. It took me way too long because, well, mostly because I was working on that Fight Caves video I mentioned in the last clip, which is now up, and hopefully it does well. But anyway, I did get a Draconic Visage from this trip, and they have gone up a lot. They were ALC price for quite a while, which was 1.2 mil. They're now almost 1.3 mil, and the reason why is because, I believe it's because they're the best smithing XP in the game, and lots of like top pagers buy them, even though it's crazy expensive to make them for XP, but top pagers have like unlimited money. Anyway, we'll put this all into the price check, and we'll come out to 14.5 mil. Now, I had someone who said that QBD was not 7 mil an hour, because I said in my Bandos video you can make over 7 mil an hour doing QBD. I timed this task. It took me 1 hour and 45 minutes exactly. And if you divide this amount of money by 105 minutes, which is how long the task took me, you come to 137k profit per minute, and that ends up evening out to about 8.2 mil per hour. So yes, QBD is indeed over 7 mil an hour, at least if you do it on task like I do, because you get that huge accuracy and damage boost. bonus from the Slayer Helm, so that really helps a lot. And QBD still is over, 7 mil an hour. It used to be close to 10 mil an hour on task when the royal pieces were really high, and like the Addy ore used to be higher, magic logs used to be a lot higher. Just some of these things used to be a lot more than they are now. So QBD used to be around 10 mil an hour. I did a loot from 100 QBD once doing a couple tasks, and I averaged like 9.8 mil per hour. It was insane. Not quite that good anymore because a lot of stuff has fallen down, but it's still very good money. We're going to be trying something that I've really never done before, and that is get a new task on NPC contact. Can I do it? Oh, here we go. I guess I clicked it twice by accident. We're going to do this. I've never really been on lunars at all, but I am going on lunars because I'm getting really serious about farming now, and I will also be trying to melee more tasks because I need melee XP. So I've never really gotten XP. Well, great, she gives me a mage task now, so I have to switch back to regulars, but I've never really been on lunars much before. I've always wanted to because this teleport here, teleport to Trollheim, this makes herb runs so much easier. And also using fertile soil, that really helps. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Take my word for it. Remote farming, if I can remember to use that, I can cure my herbs if they die. Well, if they get diseased, at least before they die. You can't cure them when they die, but if you use remote farm, you can cure herbs when they're diseased. So if I remember to do that, that's awesome. I'll lose less dwarf weed seeds and stuff. But anyway, I have to switch back to regulars now, which sucks. I'm extremely happy to say that I'm finally finished with the strykewyrms task, and as you can see from my very cluttered inventory, they were just dropping a ton of rare drop items. Like I got rune battle axe, rune 2H's, tons of loop half, tooth halves, and these aren't on the strykewyrm drop table normally. I actually got those off like the rare drop table, and strykewyrms do have a very good chance to hit the rare drop table. Also, I banked like in the middle of the task because I went to Rots with some friends, and it didn't go very well because well, some of them weren't very experienced. But anyway, let's go get a new task from Armadyl. And yeah, I mean, I would have had to bank in the middle anyway because I don't bring a yak. I guess I should probably bring a yak to ice strikes because they drop so much crap and you kind of want to bank it with yak, but I don't know. Alright, let's go for another assignment here. Abbey Demons would be nice, or automatons, something like that. DK task. Well, that is debatable. I guess I'll do them, probably. I don't know. I'm not really feeling DK task. I might just choose to cannon them because I've been PVMing like all day and kind of getting bored of it. I would rather just, make some Slayer gains. And yeah, I know DK is a pretty good Slayer XP, but I don't know. It's a long task. I'll probably go eat dinner and then, figure out how I feel about this Dagannoth task afterwards. Well, guys, it happened. I'm actually not done with my Dagannoth task. I have quite a few left to go. I only did like 37 kills or something, but as you can see from my inventory, well, maybe you can't see it, but if I open my bank, guess what's in my bank? My noxious staff. Guess how that happened? Oh, my yak. Yes, I banked my staff on a DK's task. I'd never done it before. I went like, I don't know, 5k DK kills, probably a lot more than that actually, several thousand DK kills without ever banking a weapon, and I finally did it. It was bound to happen sometime. I got an Earth Battle Staff and I'm like, oh, I'm going to bank the Earth Battle Staff. And as I was banking, I was like switching action bars and I wasn't really paying attention. And I banked my Noxious Staff. Well, you know what? I'm rage quitting Dagannoth Kings. Not only did I bank my Noxious Staff, also I got 3 Seer Colbos. 3! These drops are, well, just as rare as like a Dragon Hatchet or a Ring, and they're not worth very much. So yeah, I was getting trolled anyway, so that probably would have been a troll trip. But anyway, I'm just going to cannon Dagannoth. I don't care if it's a waste of money. I am mad, bro, that I banked my stupid staff. So I just finished an Armadyl task. I'm not sure if I recorded me getting that task or not. I really can't remember, and I can't really check the clips right now because that is a long process sometimes. Anyway, so I didn't get anything all that great from the Armadyl task. Got a fair amount of Dwarfweed seeds and got a couple U seeds too. I wasn't doing hard mode Armadyl or anything. So, even though the loot wasn't the best, I made over 1 mil, and I banked a few items, like I banked a couple rune crossbows, a couple black tea-eyed bodies, but they don't add up to much. This is the majority of the profit. Lots of dwarfweed seeds, which is awesome, because I plant those myself, so it's always nice to get a restock. Okay, let's get another task from Armadyl, and I was doing some math, and I figured out that using the fast spawn rate at Armadyl, it's very, very good XP. It's like 500k, a little over 500k XP an hour. That's HP and range. Celestial Dragons, next task, very, very nice. Amazing XP. Speaking of good range XP, that is another good range XP task. And this is one of the main reasons I got the Nox Bow, is because it's really good at Celestial Dragons. Nox Bow is much better than Dragonbanes and Ascensions. Has about the same accuracy as Dragonbanes and Ascensions, Well, a little less accuracy, but it doesn't matter because you can hit the celestial dragons every time anyway with this bow, but it does more damage because the arrows do a lot more damage than dragon mines. Anyway, I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back in, I don't know, like 45 minutes or something. What's happening, everybody? I finished my Celery Dragons task. I got like 2.3 mil, I believe, and actually finished the task in under an hour, which is pretty good, especially considering I'm using a yak and I'm picking up all the drops, which adds a considerable amount of time. I had a friend who did a Celery Dragons task, and he said he did it in like 35 minutes, but he used a Steel Titan and he was using like Bone Crusher. That sounds very doable, but with a yak, not so much. Anyway, next task, what am I hoping for? I would kind of like a Nihil's task, or Nihil's. I don't even know how you should pronounce those. It makes no sense, and I don't really care. But I've never had them before as a task, and I have toggled them from Curdle, and I'm just kind of curious what they're like on task. Let's see. Order of Ascension members, that works too. I'm okay with that. Kind of a short task, decent XP, decent charms, and hopefully, you know, I'll get some keystones. It's been a while. Yeah, buddy, we're done with Ascensions. I got no keystones. Again, that's actually I'm not sure if that's 2 or 3 tasks in a row with no keystones, but it's been too long. Anyway, hopefully, I think it's about time for a farm run again. So much hype for a farm run. I'm going to start like a farming XP counter. I'm at 56k farming XP today already, and all I did was like a magic tree run and a herb run, so I guess that's pretty decent. Anyway, let's go get a new task. Hopefully I'll get Nihil's or, I don't know, Abbey Demons, something cool like that. Hello, Curdle. Grant me the power to get a good task. That is not Necreals. I'm skipping that. I know it's good XP. Not happening today. I'm sorry. Not in the mood. I want a really good task. Black Demons is not really what I would call a really good task. But one thing that I did find out about Black Demons is I'll probably show you guys after the task, but there is a way to kill them that is extremely fast. So, yeah, after the task is over, I'll show you guys what I mean. What's going on, fellas? So I just finished off my Black Demons task, and I promised I'd show you a really good way to kill Black Demons, and I'm going to do that. If you might be looking at my weapons and noticing, hey, that is not a Drygor main hand weapon, that is actually a Darklight. And that is because Darklight is actually quite legit against demons. Yeah, look at these hits. I actually tested Darklight versus dual Drygors, and Darklight is actually better than dual Drygors at Black Demons and at Greater Demons, and I'd assume Lesser Demons. Unfortunately, it doesn't work this way at TDs. Like, you still need Darklight to remove their shield, but it doesn't have the damage bonus, the huge damage bonus at least, at TDs, and it doesn't have the huge damage bonus at, like, you know, killing Zammy boss either, but it is very, very good against Black Demons. So, interesting fact, you know, if you want to save some Drygor charges, use Darklight during this task, and it hits like constant 4Ks, even with basic abilities. It's really good. So after just a small amount of Waterfiends looting, not too much Waterfiends looting, just a little bit of Waterfiends looting, I got like a Raynar and some Blood Runes and Mithril ore, nothing too fancy. Unfortunately, no Water Talismans on the ground this time. Come on, give me Nihil's, I really want to try him. You can do it. AVNCs again. I've been getting so many Armadyl tasks. Like, I like Armadyl tasks, they're really good XP, but I just get them so much. But whatever, looks like we'll be killing some Armadyl. I'm all done with my Armadyl task, just wrapped it up. Had some very good XP experiences. The drops, really not so much, but I got a fair amount of Dwarfweed Seeds, which are always nice, replenishing my supply. Addy Bars, I do kill AVNCs for the kill count. I know it's probably better to kill Spiritual Mages for the kill count, so it doesn't count towards your task, but whatever. So overall, I got like, I don't know, 800, 900k if you count in the coin drops. I got a lot of coin drops, so probably more like 900k. But anyway, yeah, decent task, very good for XP, of course, but it's kind of boring, even though, like, Armadyl is probably the easiest God Wars boss camp. You can literally just stand there with Soul Split and Turmoil on and overloads, and you don't need any food at all. Come on, can we do Nihil's? We can do Nihil's, right, Curdle? And Ganos, okay, I'll take those. I don't get those too often. So overall, like, Boss Slayer is coming out in a couple days. I'm really excited about that. Also, Glaciers and TDs are going to be added as tasks from Curdle, which I'm possibly even more excited about, since I think you can only do 1 Boss Slayer task per day. But anyway, what I also am going to be working on is like another Slayer related video. It's not going to be about Boss Slayer, and it's not going to be for this series, and it's not going to be a Slayer guide. And I don't want to reveal what it is, but I'm really excited to release it. But I have to wait for the Boss Slayer update to come out, even though it's not about Boss Slayer. Yes, got you all wondering what it is now, but hopefully I'll be able to get that video finished, and I'm kind of thinking I might have like a somewhat new series plan. Not Slayer related, but this particular video is going to be Slayer related. I'm very excited about it, but I can't release it yet, so I'm really hoping that update comes out in a couple days. So I just finished an Aerith's task, which is, well, extremely saddening because I love Aerith's tasks, and I'm not going to be able to do it anymore. This guy's using chaotic crossbows against Aerith's? Well, good luck to him. But anyway, I'm going to go get a new task, hope for Nihil's task. I really wanted to happen. It's going to happen eventually. I'm just running a bit low on the old patience. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of Slayer updates coming out. Well, a lot of Slayer updates, really just two big ones, which is going to be Boss Slayer and also adding Glaciers and TDs to Curadel's Slayer. Hopefully both of those are coming out this week. I'm really looking forward to those. I'm super hyped really for Slayer, so I hope you guys don't mind, but there's going to be a lot of Slayer related videos probably throughout the next few days. Mutation goes, whatever, I'll do them. But yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a few videos about Boss Slayer. I'll definitely be doing, you know, more of these type of videos, Slayer logs, maybe a couple Slayer guides as well. So hopefully you guys don't get too burnt out by the Slayer, but I'm super excited to make some of these videos because I love Slayer and I'm really excited about some of these updates coming out. Hopefully, I highly doubt anyone's as excited to watch them as I am to make them, but we'll see. Hopefully some of them can be somewhat interesting. But anyway, Boss Slayer is going to be super cool. Even with just one task today, I really hope I get, I don't know, a Rise to the 6th task or something. That would be really fun to do that with the Slayer Helm bonus, make it really quick kills, as long as I can find a team. Anyway, before we end off the video here, first of all, I wanted to show off my Slayer XP. Well, not really show it off, but just more show my progress, because I haven't shown my Slayer XP in a long time, and I apologize for that. I keep forgetting to. I was meaning to show at the end of each episode, but at the end of this episode, we're ending off with about 74.6 mil Slayer XP. So a little bit under 30 mil XP to go, about 29.8 mil or something like that. But also we're going to just quick run through the tab. I only price check the tab every 5 episodes, so I won't price check it again for another few episodes. There is some non-Slayer stuff in here, such as like the Ceridome and Hilt, and I have some stuff from Corp, which I have been starting on doing a little bit of Corp, but pretty much everything except for the Sarah Hilt, the Bandos, Bones, and the Corp stuff, this is all Slayer. Everything else, I really haven't done any other bosses off of Slayer except for a little bit of Rots as well, but I haven't done much Rots, so it wouldn't add too much value to the tab, maybe just like 15 mil or something. But overall, I have no idea how much this is worth. I did collect quite a bit of money this episode, including, well, 124 Dragon Hatchets. Obviously, some of those are bought. I haven't had 120 Dragon Hatchet drops from DKs, no sir. But anyway, I'd probably assume this is around, not counting the Dragon Hatchets, of course, around 400 mil or so. But we'll see in a few episodes, and hopefully by the next time I price check it's 500 mil. With the Boss Slayer, that should add a ton of value to this tab. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Stay hyped for Boss Slayer, and see you guys next episode in a few days. Farewell.